Hi and welcome to Yoga with Stacey Turner. Today's practice will be a yin or more gentle practice with longer holds. It'll allow you to relax, to let go, to open up any tight muscles. And the theme of this practice is around becoming more connected, whether that's connection with yourself or others, whether that's connection to Mother Earth if that resonates with you, but just a chance to be more connected in whatever sense that means. So tune into that as we start to arrive in this first pose. You're welcome to have some bolsters, blocks, or yoga blankets if you have them. Otherwise, pillows and cushions work great. So have a few nearby. Feel free to pause the video and go grab those. And then let's get started in our first pose, which will be child's pose. So come towards the back of your mat with your knees wide. And if this is an uncomfortable position for your ankles, feel free to pop a blanket, a towel, or a cushion between your heels and your buttocks. If it does feel uncomfortable resting with your ankles onto the floor there, then you can use a blanket, a pillow, or a towel underneath your feet as well. And setting yourself up for comfort here. If it doesn't feel right when you've given it a go, feel free to remove any of the props that don't feel good for you. And then you can bring some of your other cushions or props underneath you in order to bring you into a more supported position here as you come down and rest your head onto your props. Close down your eyes and begin to deepen into your breath. Allow yourself to fully arrive here into your physical body. As you tune into your breath, follow each inhale and exhale through your nose. Begin to release a little heavier into your hips as you sink them closer to your heels. And start to connect more deeply with yourself, with your inner world. As you stay close with your breath, it allows you to keep that connection to yourself and maybe deepen it even more. So notice what's happening for you inside your heart. Inside every part of your body, so feel free to take a scan now from your fingertips along your arms to your shoulders. Breathe into this space across your heart as you open your chest a little more. And see if you can breathe deep from the base of your belly with each new breath. And then allow your awareness to continue to move down through your body, through your spine, front and back sides of your torso. Your belly, your lower back, the sides of your waist, all the way down to your pelvis, your hips, your buttocks. And breathe into your belly, into any tension you might find in your hips. And tune into how you feel without becoming attached to the outcome. As you let your awareness and your breath travel down your legs, your thighs down to your knees, your lower legs, and all the way down to your feet. Take 3 more long, deep breaths here. And then start to walk your hands back in towards your body. Remove any props from underneath your hips if they were there. And bring your blanket or your towel out from underneath you and place it on top of your yoga mat or onto the floor. And lay yourself all the way down onto the earth here. And you can use one of your pillows to rest your forehead, or you can bring one hand stacked on top of the other. And if this feels good for you with your big toes touching, take a little wriggle in your hips. Allow yourself to rest here. To deepen into this pose, you can bend your left knee and start to bring it out to the side, to wherever feels good. Some of you might be able to get it all the way to 90 degrees so your knee is in line with your hip. Maybe your foot is in line with your knee. And starting to rest here into your pose. And begin to deepen your breath here into this pose. As you feel the connection of the front side of your body down onto the earth beneath you, across the front of your pelvis, your belly, the front of your torso. Allow your head to rest heavy here. And notice if you're holding on in any areas when we're grasping or grabbing onto something that doesn't serve us, that isn't necessary. It can sometimes prevent us from achieving a deeper, fuller connection, both on and off of our mats. If this feels good for you, stay exactly where you are. And if you'd like to deepen into the stretch a little more, you can start to lengthen your left leg out alongside you to deepen into the stretch in your inner thigh. Again, none of these options are any better than the other. It's just feeling into what your body's asking for you to do today. So tune into that. You're welcome to trial any of the other positions, and if it's not feeling good, if it's not feeling right, then come back to one of the positions before. With each breath, as you inflate your torso, see if you can press the front side of your body deeper into your mat. And with each exhale, allow yourself to be heavier. To maybe even melt or sink a little deeper into the pose, into the support beneath you. Always staying connected with what feels right for you in your body. There might be some discomfort, but you'll just be brushing up against the edge of that discomfort rather than forcing yourself or pushing yourself into pain. So stay away from pain and find that place where, with your eyes closed down in this pose, you might even be able to find that place or sense of drifting off, of going into a dreamlike meditative state where you connect and flow with your breath. Take your 3 final breaths here. If your left knee is straight, start to bend into your leg and draw your leg all the way back down to center. If you're ready for your second side, start to bend your right knee up and bring it out to the side of your mat. You're welcome to place a towel or blanket underneath the inside of your right knee to give you a little extra support. And then rest yourself down here. Deepen back into your breath. And see if you can enter into that dreamlike state faster than you did on your first side. If you do still prefer to have your legs along your mat, with your big toes touching and heels away from one another, you might like to stretch your arms out along your mat now to deepen into your shoulders a little. Coming into this pose known as pranam, which translates as full surrender or bow. And you can rest your head onto your mat or onto a cushion. Press your palms down and connect all 4 corners of your palms onto the earth. Spread your fingers wide. And then as you exhale, release any tension in your body. Allow this to be a soft, surrendered pose. Rather than feeling as though you have to be active here, wherever you are with your arms and legs outstretched or with one knee out to the side, see if you can keep close with that connection. To your body, to your breath, and maybe to any intention that you may have set for yourself. Or maybe if you'd like to set one now. An intention, a short sentence, or even 1 or 2 words that you can repeat silently to yourself throughout your practice and maybe throughout your day, to allow you to come back to your focus, to allow you to stay connected to what's important to you. Maybe there's something specific that you're working on at the moment, within yourself, within your world. So take some time to tune into that, to connect to that. And create that little mantra, that short sentence or few words that you can repeat to yourself. And use it whenever you feel yourself moving further away from your focus, from yourself. to bring it back together, to bring it back in. Take 3 final breaths here. If you haven't already, you might like to extend your right leg out. Begin to bend into your right knee and lower it all the way back down. If your arms are outstretched above your head, start to walk them down, moving any props off to the side, out of your way. And bring your hands under your shoulders as you press yourself up. Move your blankie off to one side. And find your way down onto your back. Again, you can support yourself here with any props or cushions, so you're welcome to place some cushions or a bolster underneath your knees. This can create more freedom and space in your lower back, especially when you're lying flat. And then lower yourself down with or without the use of your hands and your arms, all the way down onto your spine. You're welcome to create a little pillow for your head if that feels good for you. And coming into your final connecting posture, a little wriggle of your hips. Savasana, dead man's pose or sleeping man's pose, corpse pose. You might like to turn your palms down or maybe bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly to tune into that deeper connection with yourself or with the support of the earth beneath you. Close down your eyes if you haven't already, and align with your breath. Allow yourself to ground deeply into the earth. Feel the connection both in and out of yourself with the world around you, with the world inside of you. And you're welcome to stay here in Savasana for as long as feels good for you. If you're ready to start moving and bring yourself back to your day, bring some gentle movement into your fingers and toes. If you're choosing to stay in Savasana, feel free to continue to ignore my voice and breathe deeply. If you're starting to move, you might like to lengthen your arms above your head. Take a bit of a stretch. Maybe bend your knees and draw them in towards your chest, a little rock and roll through your spine, side to side, some circles in both directions. And then roll your way over onto one side for a moment. Take a breath or two here. And use your hands to press your way up into a comfortable seat. If you can, keep your eyes closed down. You're welcome to place one of the props underneath your hips to allow you to come to a comfortable cross-legged position. For some of you, that might be legs a little further away. Rest your hands down onto your knees for a moment. Lengthen up through your spine. And deepen your breath a couple more times. Stay close with your connection. And float your hands to heart center as you reconnect with your intention. And if you feel called to join me for a final sound of Om chant, inhale deeply to prepare. Gently bow your head to your hands. Offer yourself a blessing. Offer a blessing to the world around you. The light within me sees and honors the light within you, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. If you did enjoy today's session, feel free to share it. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. The more people that I can share these videos with, the happier I will be, and hopefully the more people that I can help. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.